All right, hello everyone. This is my Defender 110. It's a 2003 TD5 and I'm converting it to an overland, like camper build. So in this video, we're gonna go from this, which is the rear end. When I got it, it was completely empty, bare metal, holes everywhere, a bit rusty, to this, which is sort of half camper converted. We're getting there. I did actually film 2 big Defender videos, put them on a hard drive and the hard drive corrupt. And I sent it off to data recovery specialists and they were like, nah, it's toast. So we've lost them. Video 1, I'm gonna walk you through everything I did because it was a load of stuff up in the front. And then video 2, the one that we lost, is all the camper build. Luckily, 90% of it was still on an SD card. So I've managed to save it. So that's what we're gonna go into in a sec. I'm just gonna run you through all the stuff I did in the first video and then I'll try and fill in some blanks and then we'll get on to the build. What did we do in the first video? We fitted an awning. So this is a Howling Moon Safari Awn, 2.5 meters by 2.5 meters. It's decent. We used it a bunch of times in Scotland and went on a trip to Wales, used it then, and it's mint. It's like just handy to have when it's raining. All right, so I've never actually done this with one person, so this could be a struggle. I wonder if I can prop it up. So, awning. These are the legs and they fold into that channel there. Then you've got a channel here and that's where these side ones go out and they're retractable. You basically just lengthen them and then tighten them against the side of the truck or roof rack or whatever, pulls it tight and then they're supported there. This is actually solid. These just come around here like that, and then you just Velcro it out the way. And then that is an awning. Very good addition to a camp setup, especially in the UK where it rains all the time. All right, and then because we did all the sound deadening in the back and the insulation, it kind of just highlighted how loud the front was. And I was like, right, we got 2,000 miles to do in Scotland. I don't want to be deaf. So strip the whole front end, literally dash out, seats out, carpet, everything was bare metal, doors were off, trans tunnel was off, all this was out and it was just fully gutted. Took the dash out and this is actually quite a simple dash to take out because it's a Defender and it's super basic. And then sound deadened all behind it as much as I could because that's where I think a lot of the noise was coming from. Also ran all the wires for the switches and stuff like that just because it was a lot easier to do when the dash was out. Then we had all this to do, so stripped everything. There was like some carpet left and it was just really tatty, so we just binned all that. Took all the door cards off, sound deadened, insulated behind them. Same on the other side. We've done all the seat bases, all inside these. And then like I said, because our carpet was just pretty tatty and there was literally no point replacing it, I found a carpet set from Lakari Solutions and I bought that, we fitted that. It's not really carpet, it's like vinyl almost. So that is everywhere. It's all solid. Another thing we did was the clutch in this originally is super stiff, gives you a dead leg. If you're sat in traffic, it's hell. So I got a power slave, which is like a new slave cylinder from Loft Clutches. Fitted that, bled it up, and it's much easier to press. So that helped when I was doing loads of miles in Scotland. And I think that's it. As you can imagine, that would have been a great video. And I'm gutted it's gone. It would have been the best video I've probably ever made. I'm just gonna let you use your imagination and picture that it was a great video. Don't know why I'm doing that. Moving on. Actually, I'm not going to move on yet because I have some things I need to finish. Here, I just have a few little finishing bits. Some nice like corner protectors for the seats and side steps, maybe. So this piece is the corner protector. Because of that, because that's the edge of your seat and it just gets all scuffed up. So that'll go there. And then this is gonna go like that. And then it's just a lot smarter, protecting the edges and looks cool. Not bad, just means whoever needs that is gonna wanna cry. Now these ones, I'm gonna have to drill some holes. This is the hardware that you get with it. Bolt, with a square head, so that'll lock it in, captive nut type thing, and then you just whack one of them on the end. There might be holes already, but I've got carpet on top, so I can't see. So I'm just gonna fire a drill through, see what happens. There is factory holes there. I just have to use my tweezer, poke a hole in the carpet, like so. See that? That hole there, a whack with a hammer, should go through. Should probably wash it then, to be fair. All right, that's 2 down, 3 to go. We'll be back. Done. That's quite smart. Let's quickly do the other side, and then we can get on to the build. All right, we're looking good. That took a while because there were some seized bolts in the holes, but they're in. The front end is pretty much wrapped up. I cannot tell you how much difference that makes with all the sound deadening in the back and the front and the dash. We also did the bonnet. I don't know if I showed you that last time. So inside there, all sound deadened, and makes a small difference, but when you add it all together with the dash and the inside, it makes a huge difference. So driving this, I no longer have tinnitus. This new design is actually designed by Andy. He got on an iPad and just started drawing down random ideas. So that is a bee smoking a fag, and it says BQR. We've got another concept from Andy drop in on Friday. We got 3 hoodies, bunch of tees, new hot sauce, air fresheners. We got loads of stuff arriving Friday for our Black Friday. We're also gonna do a sale on all the old stock. So big sale on Friday, and we're launching a bunch of new stuff. So keep an eye out. That is my summary of video 1. The video will never get back. Luckily, we've got the next bunch of footage, which you're about to see, which is the camper build. But I lost the intro and like 5 minutes at the start. So I'm just gonna bring you up to speed. Sound deadened everything in the back, insulated everything in the back, and then basically we went to Wix, spent loads of money on wood and supplies. Then we put down the main sort of floor. So that's just a big piece of 18mm ply, super thick, and that's bonded to the floor. And then there's the 2 sides where the wheel tubs go. So I put them on, and that's about it. That's where I got up to. So that's where the video starts. So we're gonna continue on, and I'm gonna revert back to the September version of myself when I was super stressed out and trying to build this in like 4 days before we went to Scotland. But first, I'm gonna have a beer because I just want one. And we also have a sponsor of today's video, which is Beer 52. My good friends, they've been supporting the channel and sending me beer for like over a year now, and I'm always appreciative of it. So shout out to Beer 52 for sponsoring today's video and allowing me to have a beer for no reason other than the fact that I just want one. Beer and snacks. How would you like to get 8 free beers for Christmas? All you gotta do is go to beer52.com/BQR. That is the link down there. Get 8 free beers. All you gotta do is cover the postage fee of $5.95 and you'll get 8 free beers. We got this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, which is a funky can. 7 Hop Pale, another cool can with a cat on it. Is that a cat? That's a cat. Campfire, 2 Tribes vibe haze thing. And Siren, which is a session IPA. I'm gonna crack the one with a cat on it. So if you sign up, then you will get sent beers every month, different beers. You get loads of different breweries. You get to try out loads of different beers from all around the world. They're all really good. If you don't like dark beers, like me, I hate dark beers, I like that. Then you just sign up to Beer 52, select light beer, and then you'll get sent the lighter options, like if you don't like ales, and dark ales and stouts and bleh. Also, the more of you that sign up, the more that Beer 52 likes me, and the more beer they send me. So if you wanna do me a favor, sign up to Beer 52, they'll be stoked, and then we're all happy, because you get beer free, I get free beer, we all win, I make videos, and then we die. If you want to get your 8 free beers, all you got to do is go to beer52.com/BQR. Every month after that, you will get sent a new case with different beers, and it'll all be lovely. All right, stop faffing about now. Let's go to the camper build. This is back in September, a couple of months ago. Remember, we've got the floor base in and the 2 sides, and we're going to start from there. I hope this makes sense. Roll the footage. Let's go. Just done this panel, and I can't weigh anything down with it. So I'm just gonna do some no more nails stuff on the back, stick it in, and then I might just drive a few self-tappers in, because it doesn't matter. And this slot's gonna be hidden anyway, so you won't see the screws. So I'm gonna do that. A little bit ugly, but you're never gonna see them. And it just means that the side panels are solid. I'm gonna leave this panel till a bit later, because that's gonna be the one that goes up and makes like the workbench. So we'll do this one next. All right, so that panel's in. So this is the last one to go in to cover up everything. This one is going to come up to here, this line, because this is going to be like the worktop up here. And it's kind of annoying because there's like a diagonal in there. So this shape is, I mean, it's not complicated, but it's just going to take ages. We're going to cut that. And then once I've done that, I'm going to just put it in temporarily, and then I'm going to start building all the benches. We've got a pencil line there. That's where one of the drawers is going to go. And then I've got a pencil line here, that runs all the way down, and that's where the bed's gonna be. So let's make this panel. And whilst I'm doing that, hi. What are you doing?
Tinting, painting, varnishing, staining.
You're staining?
Looks pretty though.
What are you staining?
Staining the wood that we're going to use on top of the ceiling.
Let's see the normal colour next to it. So that's going to be the colour of the ceiling instead of that. Good morning. We got coffee, it's bright and early. Giveaway as well, I'm gonna give away a pair of socks. So if you wanna win a white or a green or a black, all you gotta do is drop a comment down below. Comment some build ideas. Comment, I don't know, something you like about Andy. Anything, drop a comment down below and you'll win a pair of socks. All right, here is my update. This is what we ended up doing last night. It got a bit dark, so filming was a bit shoddy. So, this morning and last night, I've put this in, and this is going to be where the L sits, and then I'm just making the battery box up and all of these. So this is now bonded in, and before I put the upright piece in, I've got to do the drawers, and before I do the drawers I had to know how big they were going to be. So I had to make these panels. They're not perfect, but you'll never see them. So that's going to be one drawer, that's going to be another, and then this will be the battery box with all my electrics in. Also what I'm going to do is screw these battens to the top here, and then the worktop can just sit flush on there. Next job I got to do is make the all the cuts for the drawers, all the doors. So this is going to be a door, there's going to be one there and a big one there. So I'm going to put the upright panel in, measure them out, and then cut them out. Just want to say as well, there is a guy called Jack, and he's got a Defender called Boris. He actually did a full video of a camper build on his Defender 110, and it's just sick. It's exactly what I wanted to do. I'm basically just copying that. Also because my brain is so fried at the moment because we're so rushed that I don't really have the mental capacity to think of like my own ideas right now. So having his video to go off is really useful. So shout out to Jack, and if you want to go look at some of his stuff, that's his Instagram, that's his YouTube. This isn't my idea. This is his idea. I'm just using it because it seemed like a very good one. With that being said, let's get to work. I'm gonna mark where the drawers are. I'm gonna draw out the square where the gap is, and then I'll figure out what style drawer I wanna go for. I think I'm gonna do a cupboard door. Either swing down or swing out, but swing down makes more sense because you're not going to trip over it. But where did my pencil just go? Little issue. Jigsaw can't do a 90-degree turn without curving. It will look mank. And I don't want to drill a hole to get the jigsaw in to go that way because it will look mank. So I'm going to angle grind it and just get it started, and then I can get the jigsaw in. Bit of a wood fire. Lush. Get in there. Decent. One. 2. All right, let's put it in, see what happens. Ow, splinter, bitch. Poured him a bit too thin, didn't I? So I've just done the battery drawer, tray thing. It's not a tray. So that's gonna go in there. So I'm just gonna put hinges so it does that and doesn't fall. So I've got some hinges, and we're just gonna So the one I've just done is for the battery box. So I'm just going to smash these two out and we'll get back to you. What I've just had to do as well is drill some holes for cables, just so nothing gets trapped. And then that comes in out of there. I've still got to do all my wiring and all the electrics. But from here, I've got to just add a lot more bracing. I've got to add the magnetic catches, the doorknobs. I've got to bond this panel, this main one, because I haven't actually bonded that down yet. But I think I'm ready to now. And then, yeah, just make this whole piece a bit solid. Back for another day.
More landy stuff, eh?
Got Andy's Landies with us.
Sun shining, it's not raining. Just doing some woodery.
Woodery? What are you up to then?
Putting magnets on drawers and stuff. Here's 2 I did earlier.
Look at that.
Oh my god.
Magnet. Magnet. Oh yeah. And I got some handles on, some little knobs last night.
Yep. Chippy's RS.
That's lovely, that is.
Nice, eh?
So walk us through it. How'd you do it? Got these on Amazon. They were like £8 for 8.
And then what I do is I put the magnet on there, quite central. Put it on there so I know where it's got to go. So it touches the front of the drawer, not crazy tight. And what I'll do is I'll screw that in, which I'll do right now. Flush against the drawer. But that is another trouble with this, is the magnet is magnetic. So if the screw gets near it, it tends to pull it straight off my drill. That's real fun, but you get that in there like that. Lush. Put the second one in. Get that nice and central on there.
Yep.
Put that on there. Push it quite nice and tight, and then I scribe. Around there like that. Gives me like a little half moon. And I can line that up. One down.
Nice. And that is how we're doing the magnetic latches on the doors.
Much better now. Yes.
Solid.
What country is the Queen of England from?
We're just doing the worktop. So we're gonna go black.
Blick.
So I'm just gonna sand it down, give it some white spirit and then spray it.
Brilliant.
This is where we're up to on this bit. So we're just going to build the drawer, and this is going to be a lift up drawer. So this is all storage under here. We're going to make the actual panel that fits in there, and then we've got a piano hinge to go along the back there. And then at some point, I'm not going to do it for Scotland because I ain't got time, but I'm going to put the diesel heater there and then box it off, and then this is all storage. That'll be diesel heater. So that's what I measured this to. Was chuck the diesel heater in there, gave it a bit of breathing room, and then that's how I decided how big this would be. But that's a decent sized drawer. And we got all these as well. 140 by 22, so that's the high one, so we can do that out of anything really. 140 by 50, so that's the base, so that's going to be out of 18, and 87 by 22, so yeah, sound.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then you
Sick.
just want to put your pianos on there. Screw some pianos on there, big boy. Yeah, buddy. Piano hinge, baby.
How we looking?
Getting somewhere, aren't we?
Yeah.
That's actually starting to look sick.
That's good, isn't it? So we've just done this piece. The hinge was in the way, so we just sanded a notch out, and then the door handle was in the way, so we just cut a notch out. This is all going to get covered with a mattress anyway, so you won't see it. But we've just got a bit of a warp in the wood, so we're just weighing it down, try and balance it back out. But we put a little hole in there just so you can lift it up. Look at that. Let's see how close that is. Go on, drop it down. Ooh, that's nice work that. We've just got to do this one now.
Oh, baby.
The bed base. We're going to time lapse this, smash it out. Yeah?
Yep.
Look at this. That is mint. Right, what we're going to do is measure how far in I went from there. About 6.5. Do that to that, which is 67.5, which is, well, 67.5 divided by 2.
33.75. Huh?
Yeah. Okay, my favourite bit.
Little Christmas tree bit.
An absolute dogger in there. To the dog. We have this satin oak varnish stain thing. So we're just doing a test patch on this ply.
Nice, like already.
Yeah? Feeling it?
I'm feeling it. This actually might be the colour that we originally wanted.
It's really orange on camera, but it's not that orange in real life.
It's because the actual wood itself is basically pink. Okay, so I'll leave that for a bit.
Huh? Just a lift and that.
What?
No.
What are we doing, Andrew?
Legs.
Legs.
For beds.
Legs for beds. And look at this. Right, Ricky?
No, I'm not.
What are you doing?
I'm hating life so much right now.
What are you doing? Walk me through.
Basically, the owner before me, who had this lovely TT RS, decided to wrap the side skirts in shitty Halfords carbon. So, hello mate, you alright?
Hello mate.
What are you saying? So, I'm trying to get it off, but it's just...
It's wrapped all the way around, so you got to take the skirts off, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
And how many bolts are there?
Loads.
He's finally got the RS. And it is sick. Best colour as well. Also, put in the comments down below, Mick wants to wrap this spoiler black. I said no way. What do you reckon? And also, those are wrapped black, and I said take the wrap off and get them red again. He said no. What do you reckon? And the wheels are going silver, and the badges are going chrome. And Mick's getting to a point in his life where he thinks chrome badges are better than black, and that is a very mature and stylish decision, I'd say, Mick.
I wouldn't say mature.
I think you're growing up. I think you're coming up in the world of cars. That red spoiler looks perfect as is. So do you.
I don't feel it.
Anyway, my mattress has shown up. Look at that, memory foam mattress. We made this panel out of the wood we had left. So we've hinged it. It's a bit off, so I need to cut it, trim it. But that's basically the panel that's going to sit there and make the bed. Also, stained this last night, put some varnish on. And it looks pretty nice, doesn't it?
Howdy, partner.
This is the UK.
The first
What are you drinking
American visitor? I got a Stella. I told you I was coming.
What are you doing here?
I'm hanging out.
Hanging out.
Just hanging out, having a good time, doing
See
a
you in
little
England?
remote work.
England for 10 days.
I'm mingling.
And we already got him at Greg's.
What did I have at Greg's? Oh, I got the steak bake, and I got a jam Jonah.
Alright, so at this point the filming just got a bit shoddy because we were leaving in like a day and I was super rushed, so I just stopped picking up the camera. But I did manage to get this little time lapse of us putting the ceiling in. So we used pine, tongue and groove, which we stained earlier. We put 3 battens in the ceiling so that we had something to screw to because I didn't want to screw into the metal. The edges of the Defender are like super curved, so we had to put 4 panels in at a time on the edges. And then after that, it was just a case of like slotting in a panel each at a time, screwing them in, and then occasionally we'd get to the one panel that had the 3 LEDs in, and we've wired them up to a dimmer switch, and then we just kept going from there, just put panel in after panel in. The last 3 were such a bitch to get in, I cannot even tell you. The tongue and groove just wouldn't fit, and it took us hours. But the end result is very nice, and it looks really good with the stained wood, and I'm very happy. All right, we're back to future time, November. So the last day I was working on this was the day before I went to Scotland, and it was hectic, so I didn't film. So I've done a bunch of stuff that I haven't filmed, so I'm just gonna show you and we'll go over the finished build. Finished. So we made this, which is like the back for the bed or the bench. So when there's a mattress on, you're just sort of sat like that, and it's real comfy. This is like the worktop, so this is where I like cook and work and stuff like that. I temporarily put these in, and I completely rushed it, and they are absolute dog shit. It was just something there just to cover up bare metal. So I need another solution for this. I might just carpet black the whole thing.
You don't know that bad.
That doesn't look terrible, but like I snapped it there. It's not straight cuts because I was just doing it with a jigsaw real quick. Ali spent about 4 hours just going around everything and like carpeting all around the back here, up the top here. We carpeted all the back of this. So that's all carpeted now. Behind here is all carpeted. Got the spotlights in and then just wired up a dimmer for now. I did cook the battery, so I don't know if these are going to work that well, but there you go.
Whoa!
Dimmers. So yeah, you can run it like real low at night or bright.
That's so good.
Yeah, so that's handy. It's so good having 6, just because it's like proper bright. We did like one night in Wales just before I went to Scotland, and it was freezing cold. So I was like, right, I need the diesel here. I wasn't going to put it in, but then we did. So I have a diesel heater here now. And it's a bit messy because all the wiring's like lying about, but it works.
Comes out there.
Comes out there, which is perfect. Annoyingly though, I was going to run it lengthways like that, and then it would just be tucked out the way.
Yeah.
But me and Dan were here until 4 in the morning trying to get this in, and there is a subframe and an X brace right where the holes had to be. So the only place we could put it is there, which is annoying. But this is kind of like my drawer for like, I got like tire pressure, puncture repair, first aid kit. Like this is just sort of like tools and van stuff. So that just lives in there because that's the least accessible drawer. And then in here, this is where I keep, that's my
That's cool.
little washing up bucket.
I like that.
Camp chairs, got a table in there which folds down, which is good for outside. In here, this is where I have all my like, kitchen stuff. So this is where I put all my food and like pans and stuff. I've taken it all out at the moment because I've cleaned it, but we got some non-stick,
Non-slip.
non-slip rubber matting in there, and that's just, nothing's fallen out of it yet. We had some sage paint, so we just painted the inside for some reason, I don't know why.
Magnets still work well. Show me the hooks.
Oh yeah. So when we were doing the ceiling, I put these two like U-hooks in, and it's not for bondage, even though it does look quite dodgy. So I made this little setup. This is just like a little table with some rope and some carabiner clips, which I robbed off my lanyards. Say you're like led in bed down here, then you just basically hook them up, and then you've got a laptop stand.
That's so good.
So you're just sat in bed, and you got your laptop there, and it's not on your feet. And you can just watch films. Door open in the rain. This is kind of my electric setup. So I got the fuse box there. I got kill switch to everything on the leisure battery there. And then right in the back there, I don't know if you can see that. That's my solar thing. And then if I show you this, the weather's a bit wank at the moment, but we're currently getting 3 watts of power. Well, we're getting, the solar panel's getting like 18, 20 volts. So it's charging at 3. So you can just check whatever your battery's at the moment.
That's so handy.
It's so good. And then on bright sunny days, it charges loads. So like, and you can see the history of when it's charged. So like 5 days ago, it was 5 hours of like charging. This minute, it just keeps the battery topped up, and then you can just constantly see what you're doing. The only thing I will say is I built this completely rushed, and I could have done it way better. But
Doesn't seem like it's rushed though.
nah, there's just a few things that annoy me a little bit.
Yeah, like
You've
I
seen the
suppose.
headliner.
Yeah, but
This was about an hour before I left, and I didn't have a headliner in, so I went to chuck it in, and it didn't line up with the ply roof that I did, the pine roof. So I just got a knife and I just cut it, and I cut it so bad. Luckily, I have a spare one of these, that's why I didn't really care. But this bed setup, I'll show you. Originally, we made these just as
Yeah, I
like a
remember
temporary
that.
solution. So we put them down there, and we had 3 of them, and that made like the bed base. But then they're annoying to carry around all the time, so I just dogged on the back of this. This is very like rudimentary, but I just did that. So that folds down there. They're on a hinge. That goes like that. You just kick those legs out, and that's the bed. That's like solid.
yeah.
You can sort of like,
And it fit 2 of you in there nice.
oh, this is like full double bed now. We got the memory foam mattress. We cut it so it like fits all the right pieces. We haven't gotten trimmed yet, so we basically need to get them like covered. So at the moment we just like dogged some sheets on there and it looks terrible. So this one goes at the back. That one just goes like that. But imagine these are all like trimmed real nice with like a nice material.
That's your back and nip for a sofa.
Yeah, so that's normally like that.
Sick.
And then when you want to make it into a bed, you just take that, put that there,
That
you
creates
go.
your bed.
and then you got a double bed,
That is class.
which is sick.
I like that a lot.
And then like in here is just a lot more insulated, and you got the diesel heater.
Yeah.
So like in the summer the roof tent's mint, in the winter it's just too cold. So in here is like dialed,
Especially with the heater.
because if you get cold you literally go like that, press a button and the heat goes on.
So good.
And you just turn your lights on.
I like it. Oh, okay.
It's comfy, isn't it?
Yeah, very comfy. It's just not, this is a good spot.
Yeah.
I
It
could
is.
just sit here for hours watching films.
That's what I did on the weekend. But yeah, there's a lot of bits I need to finish off, so this is not the end of this series because this is nowhere near finished. But yeah, that is my camper build so far. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope I've sort of managed to make it make sense with all the lost footage. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget, we got Black Friday stuff dropping on Friday. We've got loads of new products, a big sale, load of concepts Andy's done, which was that wasp hoodie I was wearing earlier in the video. And leave a comment and you'll win a pair of socks. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. I am gonna go. What are we gonna do? Film another video.
Film another video.
Yep. All right, thanks for watching. Drop a comment down below and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.